Alright, hello people of the tube, and welcome to another Gaming News with Chris and Brian. I am Chris.
I'm Brian.
Hello. So, on tonight's episode, we will of course be discussing gaming. Let's start with the Xbox One again has reached in the news by having a price drop. After being said it was going to go back to $400, it is going to stay at $350 when people realized that the price for $400 was just way too expensive. And in other news, of course, you all know the games are coming out for the console. It's going to be amazing, and it's going to have another good year. So let's hope another good year for Xbox One. Right?
Yes, and there's nothing new on the PlayStation end except for more frustration. Last night I couldn't get on my PlayStation Network for some reason. Again. So
Seems to be a occurrence with PlayStation Network for some reason.
yeah, definitely so.
Alright, so now, people of the tube, we have decided to talk about another topic that may be a little sensitive for a lot of people. And this topic is going to be girl gamers. Now, this shouldn't really even be a topic because everyone can game. Anyone can pick up a simple controller, mouse, keyboard, or what have you, and play video game. But if you go into the depths of the internet, you will find people who think that girl gamers are just fakes and stupid. Now, there's a point to this in which I can agree with. People like Anita Sarkeesian obviously aren't gamers. There's people who want to ruin your fucking life and take away what you like most. But of course, then there are girls who are truly gamers, like you and me, who just play games. And I have no problem with them. And to be honest, I don't have any problem with Anita Sarkeesian playing games. My biggest problem with her was the fact that she got free money to play those games and keeps peddling bullshit. That's my problem with her. But girl games, is it truly a problem? I don't think so. Do we even need to discuss something this stupid? Not really. How about you, Brian?
Girl gamers are like, well, you're hint of porn pretty much. It looks good, but in actuality, it's nothing compared to what it's put off to be. Like, there's so much hype with these girl gamers, but they're just like you and me. They just play video games instead of bitching, which is why they're everybody's fantasy because they don't bitch when you play video games.
That is true. Hopefully the one will play a game with you. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so before we continue on with our scenarios that we like to talk about, I would like to bring a message to the people of the tube. This showing of Gaming News with Chris and Brian is brought to you by the return of French Toast Crunch, the cereal that's part of a good breakfast. So, on to our next scenario. We will be talking about, well, let's see here. Last episode, we did games that we remember fondly as children. Tonight, we're going to do movies we remember fondly as children. Now, we're not going to be doing movies a lot, but we are doing it on this certain episode. And we will start with you, Brian.
A movie I remember fondly as a kid would have to be Shrek.
Could you elaborate a little bit?
It was just very funny. It had wrestling in it, which is also a win for me. And it was pretty dirty, actually. I mean, the kids' version that you see on, like, Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon is not going to be what you saw in the theaters, but there was some cursing in there, and it was pretty funny.
And is there one more movie that you would like to talk about?
Let's see. Okay, another movie. that I would like to talk about would probably be Batman. The Batman Begins one. That's another one from my childhood because I got the game with Batman Begins, and it was a really good
Can I have
game.
this, please?
Anyway, there's my nephew, and he's gonna start crying like, yeah. On to you, Chris.
Okay.
5 YouTube. What can you do?
True. Okay, movies that I remember fondly as a small child. Well, one that I seen and can still remember to this day would have to be The Land Before Time. A dinosaur film that scarred me potentially for life when I get to see a dinosaur get mutilated by a T-Rex. Fun times. Fun times.
And that ended up being a series on Cartoon Network, by the way.
Unfortunately.
They made like a whole series.
I know. And 25 sequels. Okay, another movie I remember extremely fondly as a child would have to be... Well, let's see. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, for one. I absolutely love that film. I still like that film to this very day.
Which
You
one
know?
do you like better, Willie or Charlie?
Willy.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp is just a fucking pedophile in that movie. Anyway, and it's not comparable. And so, on to our final scenario. Yeah, this one's going to be a little short. Which is movies that other people love, but we can't stand, dislike, or just can't figure out why people like it that much. And, of course, we will start with you, Brian.
I think we might agree with this one. The Rob Zombie's Michael Myers series. I watched both Halloweens, and I don't get why people love the Rob Zombie one better. To me, it was just drawn out too far, especially when I watched the third one. Because I liked it up until the third one, and then it just drove it completely even more wild than the first two. Did you even see the third one?
Third one?
Yeah, it's whacked out. His sister goes nuts. I think it's the third part.
Think I missed that one.
But they ended with that, and like it was supposed to be a fourth one, but it never was.
Okay. My picks would have been those. Except, you know, people in the horror movie community, which I'm a part of, like a lot of stupid shit, so I can understand that. But how can I put this? I don't like Quentin Tarantino films.
Quentin Tarantino. They're action, right?
I don't
know if I've honestly ever seen one.
I didn't like Pulp Fiction. I didn't like Inglourious Basterds. Reservoir Dogs. I can't stand anything he does. The only movie I came close to liking was Django Unchained, and even that movie sort of dragged on. A lot of people call him the king of dialogue, and I don't understand that. I will admit that his dialogue can be entertaining at times, but his movies are just not that amazing. And Pulp Fiction, a lot of people consider to be one of the best movies of all time, and I have yet to figure out why. I really, as much as I despise Rob Zombie, he's just a shitty director, and his movies are shitty, and I just can't say, I don't understand that. I mean, there's just people who like shit. Quentin Tarantino, though, is a renowned director. He's won Academy Awards. Rob Zombie hasn't won shit. So with somebody winning Academy Awards and being loved even more than Rob Zombie has, I just don't get it. I don't understand why people like his movies. the only part in Pulp Fiction I liked is when they blew the dude's brains out in the car, and that was just kind of funny the way what they talked about. But the rest
Yeah.
of the movie was just not that good. I don't know. It's just then his movies just they don't apply to me, I guess. And what's funny though is I give his movies a chance every time they come out. In fact, his movies look amazing when they first come out. I always say, "God damn, Tarantino finally has a good movie that I like."
Yep.
And then I watch it and I'm like, Jesus, this is just like the last one. And I'm gonna do it again. I swear to God. His newest film is called Hateful Eight, and it looks amazing. But I have a feeling I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna be like, God damn it, this again. But what can you do? I guess.
Well, I mean, if you don't watch it, one day you might actually have a good movie, and then you'll miss
True.
it.
That is absolutely true. So before we end this, I would like to remind you all that this episode of Gaming News with Chris and Brian is brought to you by French Toast Crunch, a cereal that returns from the 90s. This shit is absolutely delicious. If you haven't ate it before, you need to. And let me tell you, it's good.
We should, we should watch that video I just put in your inbox, Chris.
Um, you'll have to find it on YouTube again, Brian.
It's not on YouTube, it's on Facebook, but I can screen share it. Let me screen share it.
Huh. Well, go ahead then.
Let's see, where's my Facebook at? Just give me a second
Go ahead.
and enjoy your French Toast Crunch. And I'll find the Facebook. There it is. I'll find my Hangout. There it is. Share. Sent it. Okay, I think it's sharing. Is it sharing?
Yep.
Okay, this segment is called Rock, Paper, Scissors for
Okay.
Idiots. Let me. You might want to. Yeah, I think I'm going to restart this. Okay. Every time they do rock, paper, scissors and lose, they get slapped as hard as they freaking can. These guys have more IQs than the Appalachian Hillbillies.
I think they are the Appalachian Hillbillies.
Maybe.
I bet one of them's fucking named Jim Bob and the other one's name is fucking Slim Dick Dong.
They're just like pistol whipping each other, man.
Wow. Fucking morons.
This is stupider than Casey at a social work convention.
Yeah.
Things that make you go, wow. Anyway.
Is there, while we're, looking at this shit, is there anything else you'd like to show people?
I'm just trying to show you that society has fallen to a new all-time low.
I got
An idiot could actually be a game.
a good idea for you. One of our last episodes, you wanted to bring up that SmackDown vs. Raw game and show people that clip on here. Since you're already screen sharing, why don't you go ahead and show them it?
What clip?
Where it glitched.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll show them that. Hold on.
Okay, people of the tube, he's going to bring up a clip from the new wrestling WWE 2K15 or whatever.
Yeah.
We were meant to show this on our last show, but what we didn't know is that YouTube, apparently, when you pull it up, does not show you all. Screen sharing does, so now you get to actually see the video instead of, just letting us watch it.
I got you.
So, that's what we're going to do.
I don't know. Just give me a second. Alright, let's look at this stuff. And, yeah, this game is the most hype game I know of. coming out of 2K because it is their first wrestling game. And while it does have some new features, like I said, it's way too hard. Okay, let's see. Hey, why? And it should be my first one, and it's not. Anybody know how to spell epilepsy? Or how I spelled it? Let's see. Oops. No way, it's spelled right. Anyway. There it is. Okay. Maybe I can look at it on my video. Hold on. We go hunting around YouTube for this.
Isn't it on your YouTube?
Yes. So I should be able to find it.
You would
There
hope
it
so.
is. Hump the table.
Interesting.
Hump the table.
Yes, people of the game, yes, people of the tube, somehow we moved forward into the future, but wrestling games took 10 steps back. Makes sense.
Yeah, I've heard the wrestling remarks, and I mean, sometimes it did look gay, but this game takes it to a whole nother level and makes me embarrassed, honestly.
You know, see, and this is the funny thing. I said this before. There are plenty of decent wrestling games. Whether, the old ones like No Mercy, which was really good.
No Mercy is the best. If you
Yeah.
get an emulator, get that shit.
Or, even further back, you can go to Nintendo 64, go with the WCW games, WCW versus NWO, shit like that.
SmackDown Here Comes the Pain's probably the best SmackDown series game.
Yeah, there's plenty of old games. See, the thing is, people, there's plenty of old games that are even better than the new ones, have the better characters, shit, even better mechanics, which is surprising.
That's what I was surprised about, because there's moments in the game where, you know how, like, if you hit the referee and he goes down, pops right back up. Like he's got some kind of superpowers.
The thing is, not only that, but even further back, even if you don't even like the licensed WWE, WCW, TNA, whatever games, you can always go for Fire Pro Wrestling on Dreamcast, which is a really good wrestling game. Or
it's a very good series, because you can put anything in there.
Yeah.
Very audible.
I mean, the thing about Fire Pro Wrestling, you can be Hoist Gracie versus fucking Big Show. You will never see that in real life, but it's fun as fuck. But the thing is, even if these new ones suck, people of the tube, just like Madden or any other sports games, there's always going to be ones that are already made that you can go ahead and you can play. Like he said, and I said, No Mercy, fucking, WrestleMania on Super Nintendo. The game's a little corny. You punch the clown and like bowling pins come out and shit. Brian, that's actually a game that you should play on your channel.
I have played that, but
WrestleMania?
Yeah,
the arcade one?
It's very good. I should review that.
Yeah, you should. It'd make a good video. Because that's more your type of shit than it is mine, so you should do that. Anyway. And like I said, there's other wrestling games. They're all good. Well, not all, but, there's some good ones. There's some bad ones. So if these new ones aren't doing it for you...
ugly ones.
Yeah. So if these new ones aren't doing it for you, just look back to the past. Or even, you don't even have to look that far back. Sometimes in the SmackDown vs. Raw series, you can find one or two that are appeasing. I mentioned one, I can never remember what the number is, but there's a mode on there where you get to create your own character and go through a story mode, which is actually really interesting when, Santorum or whatever his name is. Fucking
That's 2010.
well,
And I think that was the most appealing of the later ones. I like '06 myself.
yeah. So see, there you go.
2010's fun.
And one of my favorites was the original, just SmackDown versus Raw. The original was pretty good too when it first started.
I
See,
think the best thing about that one was the Randy Orton versus John Cena video, but that was awesome.
yeah, see, you can find enjoyable ones, just like Madden. If Madden 25 ain't your speed, go to Madden 06. If Madden 06 ain't your speed, go fucking Madden goddamn 99. Sports games are stupid.
Anyway, bro, I'm gonna hop off here. It's always a pleasure. Enjoy
Yep.
your cereal.
Brian's heading out, and so am I. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Unfortunately, I'm going to mention this. We cannot promise us this is going to be on every Saturday night, because it hasn't been, so I'm not going to promise that anymore.
No, we've been busy as fuck.
So, we're just going to try and get these up when we can. We hope you enjoy
As
them.
much as possible.
And y'all heard Brian. He said he's going to review WrestleMania. Hold him to it.
Yes. I will retro review WrestleMania.
Good. And you know what? In fact, I'm endorsing that right now. I endorse Brian's fact. Y'all need to go watch that shit when he watches it, and make sure to get you a box of French Toast Crunch while you're watching it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So, peace the fuck out.
Later.